In 1933, America was a nation in deep trouble. The Great Depression had a firm grip on the country, and hope was a rare commodity. Yet, in this dark time, the United States Mint was creating something of incredible beauty. This was the 1933 Double Eagle, a $20 gold coin. It was not just money, it was a piece of art. The famous sculptor Augustus Saint-Gaudens had designed it years earlier, in 1907. He was a master of his craft, and President Theodore Roosevelt had personally asked him to make America's coins beautiful again, like the coins of ancient Greece and Rome. This coin was the masterpiece of that effort. The design of the Double Eagle is truly breathtaking. On one side, it features the figure of Lady Liberty. She strides forward confidently, holding a torch in one hand and an olive branch in the other. Her hair flows in the wind, and the rays of the sun shine behind her. This image was meant to represent enlightenment and peace, a powerful message for any era. On the other side of the coin, a majestic eagle soars through the sky. The eagle is a symbol of American strength and freedom. Saint-Gaudens' design was so detailed and so full of life that it is still considered one of the most beautiful coin designs in American history. The minting process for these coins was a work of precision. Each coin was struck from nearly pure gold, weighing almost a full ounce. The Philadelphia Mint produced 445,500 of these stunning gold pieces in the early months of 1933. They were meant to be circulated as currency, used in daily transactions by banks and citizens. The plan was for these coins to flow into the economy, a shining symbol of American wealth and stability. No one at the Mint could have imagined the strange and historic path that lay ahead for these particular coins. They were simply doing their job, creating the nation's money. At the time, a $20 gold piece was a significant amount of money. For many families struggling through the Depression, it represented more than a week's wages. The idea of holding such a beautiful and valuable object was a distant dream for most. These coins were destined for the vaults of banks, not the pockets of ordinary people. But history had a different plan. Before these coins could ever leave the Mint and enter the world, a dramatic decision in Washington, D.C. would change their fate forever. The 1933 Double Eagle was born, at the very moment its kind was about to vanish. The year 1933 was a time of great change. Franklin D. Roosevelt had just become president, and he was determined to pull the country out of the Great Depression. One of his first and most dramatic actions was to change America's relationship with gold. For decades, the country had been on the gold standard. This meant that the value of the US dollar was directly tied to a specific amount of gold. People could, in theory, exchange their paper money for an equivalent value in gold coins. This system was believed to provide stability, but in the crisis of the 1930s, it was seen as a problem. President Roosevelt believed that to save the economy, the government needed more control over the money supply. On April 5, 1933, he signed Executive Order 6102. This order was a shock to the nation. It made it illegal for private citizens to own most forms of gold, including gold coins. Every American was ordered to turn in their gold coins to the Federal Reserve. In exchange, they would receive paper money. The government was gathering all the gold to fortify its own reserves and break free from the rigid gold standard. It was a desperate measure for desperate times. This order had a direct and immediate impact on the newly minted 1933 Double Eagles. They had been produced and were sitting in the vaults of the Philadelphia Mint, waiting to be released. But now, with the new law, they could not be issued as legal currency. The government had just outlawed the very thing it had just created. So, the entire run of nearly 500,000 brand new, beautiful, gold coins was trapped. Their journey into the world was stopped before it could even begin. They were magnificent, but they were now illegal to spend or own. Following the recall, the government's instructions were clear. All the returned gold coins, along with the unissued ones still in the mints, were to be melted down. They were to be turned into large gold bars and stored securely at Fort Knox. This was the fate designated for the 445,500 Double Eagles of 1933. Workers at the Mint carefully counted the coins and began the process of destroying them. One by one, these works of art were thrown into the furnaces, their intricate designs disappearing into glowing molten gold. By 1937, the official record stated that every single 1933 Double Eagle had been melted. History, it seemed, was erased. The official story was that no 1933 Double Eagles had ever been released to the public. The government declared that all of them had been melted down, but this was not entirely true. Somehow, a small number of the coins had escaped the mint before the official inventory was completed, and the melting began. It is believed that a cashier at the mint, a man named George McCann, swapped some of the 1933 coins for older, more common gold coins. He managed to sneak them out of the mint, bypassing security and official counts. It was a secret, illegal act that would create a numismatic legend. These escaped coins quickly and quietly found their way into the hands of a Philadelphia jeweler named Israel Swit. Swit was a well-known dealer in coins and jewelry. He knew the value of rare coins and understood the opportunity he had. Over the next few years, he sold at least 9 of these illegal 1933 Double Eagles to various collectors. He sold them discreetly, as he knew that owning them was against the law. The collectors who bought them were also taking a great risk. They were acquiring a forbidden treasure, a coin that the United States government insisted did not and could not exist in private hands. For years, these coins remained hidden in private collections. Their existence was a rumor, a whisper among elite coin collectors. Then, in the 1940s, the Secret Service discovered the coin's existence. A journalist had inquired about a 1933 Double Eagle he had seen at an auction, alerting the authorities. The government immediately launched an investigation to track down and seize every single one. They declared the coins to be stolen property of the United States. One by one, agents tracked down the owners and confiscated the coins. Most collectors gave them up without a fight, fearing legal trouble. All the confiscated coins were also destroyed, just like their siblings from the mint. The government was determined to enforce its rule. No 1933 Double Eagle could be legally owned by a private individual. After the investigation, the Secret Service believed it had recovered all the escaped coins. However, one had slipped through their grasp. One coin, which had been sold to King Farouk of Egypt, was beyond their reach. He had legally obtained an export license for it before the coins were deemed illegal. This single special coin was in his famous collection in Cairo, safe for a time from the American government. The one 1933 Double Eagle that escaped the Secret Service had a royal owner, King Farouk of Egypt. He was one of the world's most passionate collectors of everything, from stamps to cars to coins. In 1944, he applied for an export license from the U.S. Treasury Department to legally take the coin out of the country. In a strange twist of fate, the license was granted, likely because of an administrative error. The Treasury Department had not yet realized that all 1933 Double Eagles were considered stolen property. With this official document, King Farouk's coin became unique. It was the only one that had ever legally left the United States. For years, the coin resided in the king's massive collection in Cairo. But in 1952, King Farouk was overthrown in a military coup. His vast treasures, including his legendary coin collection, were seized by the new Egyptian government. The collection was scheduled to be sold at a grand public auction in 1954. The United States government saw its chance. It formally requested that the 1933 Double Eagle be removed from the auction and returned to the U.S. The Egyptian government agreed. However, after being withdrawn from the auction block, the coin mysteriously disappeared. For nearly half a century, its whereabouts were completely unknown. The coin vanished from the public eye, its fate a complete mystery. Some believed it was hidden away in an Egyptian vault, while others thought it had been secretly sold to a private collector. The truth remained elusive. Then, in 1996, the long-lost coin suddenly reappeared. It surfaced in New York City in the possession of a British coin dealer named Stephen Fenton. He was in the city for a meeting with a potential buyer. Unbeknownst to him, the meeting was a sting operation. Federal agents swooped in and seized the coin at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel, and Fenton was arrested. What followed was a long and complicated legal battle. Fenton fought to keep the coin, arguing that he had bought it legitimately. The U.S. government argued that it was, and always had been, stolen government property. The case dragged on for 5 years. Finally, a unique and historic settlement was reached. In 2001, The government agreed that this specific coin could be legally owned by a private individual. The coin was to be sold at auction, and the proceeds would be split between Fenton and the US government. After a long and dramatic journey, the King of Coins was finally legal. This one, and only this one, was free. A night of history at Sotheby's. The stage was set for the most anticipated coin auction in history. On July 30, 2002, the now legal 1933 Double Eagle was put up for sale by Sotheby's in New York. The event attracted global attention. Coin collectors, investors, and the media from all over the world gathered to witness this moment. The auction room was filled with excitement and tension. This was not just any coin. It was the only 1933 Double Eagle in the world that a person could legally own. Its journey from a mint vault to an auction block, through royal hands and legal battles, made it a true celebrity. The bidding started high and climbed quickly. The world watched as two anonymous bidders on the phone battled for the prize. The price soared past 1 million, then 2, then 5. The auctioneer's voice echoed in the room as the numbers kept rising. Finally, the hammer came down. The final price was an astounding $7.59 million. This price included the buyer's premium and an additional $20 fee paid to the US Mint. This symbolic $20 was paid to officially monetize the coin, making it legal tender. It shattered all previous records, becoming the most expensive coin ever sold at auction at that time. The identity of the buyer remained a secret for years, adding to the coin's mystique. The world knew only that this legendary piece of gold was once again in a private collection. The story, however, was not over. Nearly 2 decades later, the coin returned to the spotlight. In 2021, it was revealed that the owner was the shoe designer and collector, Stuart Weitzman. He had decided to sell his prized possession. Once again, the 1933 Double Eagle was headed to auction at Sotheby's, offering a new generation a chance to witness history. This time, the expectations were even higher. On June 8, 2021, the coin made history once more. The atmosphere was electric as bidders competed for the legendary treasure. The final price was an unbelievable $18.9 million. It had more than doubled its own record, cementing its status as the most valuable coin on the planet. The sale was a global news event. It proved that the fascination with the 1933 Double Eagle had only grown stronger over time. The coin that was never meant to be owned had captivated the world and achieved a value almost 1 million times its original $20 face value. The incredible value of the 1933 Double Eagle comes from a perfect storm of factors. The first and most important is its extreme rarity. While 445,500 were minted, only about 13 are known to exist today. Of those, only one, the Weitzman coin, is legal for a private individual to own. This absolute uniqueness makes it the ultimate prize for any collector. Owning this coin means owning something that no one else in the world can have. It is the very definition of a one-of-a-kind treasure, and in the world of collecting, that level of rarity is priceless. History is the second key ingredient. This coin is not just a piece of metal, it is a physical artifact from a pivotal moment in American history. It was born from the Great Depression and became a casualty of President Roosevelt's radical economic policies. Its story is intertwined with the end of the gold standard, a major turning point in the US financial system. The coin embodies the drama of that era, the government's immense power, the recall of gold, and the destruction of millions of coins. When you hold the Double Eagle, you are holding a direct link to that turbulent past. The element of mystery and intrigue adds another layer to its legend. The story of its escape from the mint, the secret sales, the government investigation, and the decades it spent lost after the fall of King Farouk reads like a Hollywood thriller. The coin is a survivor. It evaded destruction, crossed oceans, belonged to a king, and was the subject of an international sting operation and a landmark legal case. This dramatic backstory gives the coin a personality and a life of its own. It is a treasure with a tale to tell, full of secrets and adventure. Finally, we cannot overlook its artistic beauty and its proven auction performance. The coin is a masterpiece of design created by one of America's greatest sculptors, Augustus Saint-Gaudens. It is art you can hold in your hand. Furthermore, its record-breaking sales in 2002 and 2021 have established it as a premier investment asset. Each time it sells, it sets a new benchmark for what is possible in the world of collectibles. This combination of rarity, history, mystery, artistry, and market-topping value makes the 1933 Double Eagle much more than a coin. It makes it a legend. The world of numismatics is filled with incredibly rare and valuable coins. Each one has its own fascinating story. For example, the 1804 silver dollar is known as the king of American coins. Only 15 are known to exist, and they were not even minted in 1804, but later, as special diplomatic gifts. One of these sold for over $7.6 million, making it one of the most valuable coins in the world. Its history is complex and fascinating, involving presidential missions and elite collectors. It is a true numismatic treasure, coveted by many for its rarity and historical importance. Another famous rarity is the 1913 Liberty Head nickel. Only 5 of these coins are known to exist. They were struck at the U.S. Mint under mysterious circumstances, without any official authorization. Their story is one of intrigue, involving a rogue mint employee who allegedly created them in secret. For decades, one of the 5 was lost, only to be rediscovered after a nationwide search. These nickels have sold for millions of dollars each, and their story has been the subject of books and television shows. They represent a great mystery at the heart of the U.S. Mint. We can also look at the Brasher doubloon, a gold coin created in 1787 by a goldsmith named Ephraim Brasher, who was a neighbor of George Washington. It was one of the very first gold coins made for the young United States, even before the U.S. Mint was established. It is a symbol of the nation's economic beginnings. The most famous version, with the punch mark on the eagle's breast, sold for a staggering $9.36 million. Its connection to the founding era of the United States gives it immense historical weight and value, a true piece of early Americana. Yet, even with these incredible stories and staggering prices, the 1933 Double Eagle stands alone. While other coins are rare, it is uniquely singular in its legal status. While others have history, its story involves a presidential order, a global manhunt by the Secret Service, a king, and a landmark court case that rewrote the rules. Its price of nearly $19 million puts it in a financial category all its own. The combination of its illegal origins and its one-of-a-kind legal status creates a paradox that no other coin can match. The 1933 Double Eagle is not just the king of coins, it occupies a throne in a realm of its own. The journey of the 1933 Double Eagle is more than just the story of a valuable object. It has become a powerful symbol, reflecting deep themes of history, law, and human desire. First and foremost, it is a symbol of a specific historical moment. It represents the immense power of a government to change the fundamental rules of its economy overnight. The coin's creation and immediate prohibition tell a story about the desperate measures taken during the Great Depression. It is a tangible reminder of a time when the relationship between citizens, their money, and their government was radically transformed. The coin also stands as a fascinating symbol of the clash between law and ownership. For decades, the U.S. government fought to maintain that these coins were illegal to own, that they were stolen property. The legal battle over the Weitzman coin was a landmark case that tested the very definition of ownership. The final settlement, which allowed one coin to become legal, was a unique compromise. It makes the coin a symbol of negotiation and resolution, a testament to a legal system that could find a creative solution to an unprecedented problem. It is a story of how an illegal object became a legitimate treasure. Furthermore, the coin is a perfect emblem of the human fascination with rarity and beauty. The stunning design by Augustus Saint-Gaudens makes it a work of art. People are drawn to its beauty as much as its story. Its incredible rarity elevates it from a collectible to a mythic object. The desire to own the only one is a powerful human impulse. The millions of dollars spent to acquire it are not just for a piece of gold, but for the story, the status, and the sheer thrill of possessing something so unique. It symbolizes the peak of collecting, the ultimate get. In the end, the 1933 Double Eagle embodies the magic of transformation. It began its life as a simple $20 coin, an object of commerce. Through a series of historical accidents and dramatic events, it was transformed into a legend. It went from being money to being illegal, from being illegal to being a priceless artifact. Its journey from a mint furnace to the world's most exclusive auction block is a story for the ages. The coin is a symbol of how history, art, and human passion can turn an ordinary object into an extraordinary icon, worth far more than its weight in